Hello and welcome back to Football Manager once again. We've now made it to Napoli, the first quarter-final first leg against Napoli at the London Stadium. Now, I'm still not sure about about whether or not we're going back to it for Stoke or if we're going back to it next season. So, things will have to change for that. I don't believe I've made any changes to the squad. No, I haven't, because Jovanov's on the bench and he shouldn't be if he's suspended. So, in his position, I'm not sure. We've got Yola, so we don't need Alvanaz. Yeah, I'll put Plazzari on the bench. We don't need Mason Mount on the bench if we've also got Vincinius Leonardo, who's actually going to come on for Lopez for this game. Tasic obviously still has to play because we can't use Jovanovski, get there in the end. I'm also going to put Mateus and Augusto in, as well as take Thomas out for Doyle, I think. The best option there, as well as Watson for Yulla. And then Lilic coming out for Plazzari. So we have the best possible team that I can field with, regard to suspensions and injuries. So yeah, let's get forward to the Napoli game. And we do know that if we were to get forward from this round, we would be facing either Inter or Barcelona, the two teams that are playing the same day as us. So we should get a good indication of who we might be facing if we can make it past this quarterfinal stage. And given that we beat Napoli quite substantially when we played them either last season or season before in the European competitions, we should do fairly well with an improved team like ours. But admittedly, I also had then Jovanovski in right wing, so perhaps things will change. Right then. Obviously, you've seen the squad as it is already. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. Let's passionately say that I expect a good result from the first leg. We need to grab a win. Hopefully we won't concede, but given the unpredictability of Football Manager, we might concede just through, a sheer fluke goal. But yeah, actually, the Italian number one, Alex Mere, is apparently their goalkeeper. So that's an important thing to note for Plazzari, because if he wins today, I may be choosing Plazzari over Mere for the next few Italian fixtures. Mateus now with the ball, plays it back to Leonardo. Leonardo looking up, finds Yildirim on the left wing, looks to get it into the box, does so successfully, crosses it to Mateus, who shoots and scores. And Mateus gives Millwall a 1-0 lead, heading into the 16th minute of this game at the London Stadium, and the Napoli fans are not happy. I have noticed though with this London Stadium that it's very sparsely populated, which gives me the indication that probably a new stadium isn't worth it, at least not yet. As well as that, given the fact that we don't have a large enough fan base to fill 60,000, I think 30,000 is by and large fine, given the circumstances. But yes, a single goal to nil so far. Very impressive start for this match. Unfortunately, I've noticed that Tasic is not playing well. And given the fact that the only other right winger we could possibly put there would be Louis Barry, I really hope Mateus does not get injured. Oof, that was a very quick highlight there. Plazzari now with the ball, looking to get a long ball out to the right wing, finding Tasic. Gets round the left back. I keep forgetting that it switches over when you're defending. Tasic crossed the ball in for Yildirim, who gets the ball tipped over by Mere. And on the 37th minute we have a corner kick. Vincinius Leonardo swings the ball into the near post, met by the head of Eduardo. That was a goal hanging steel, I'll give that one. Tasic should have had that goal, but it was stolen from him by the centre-back. But if he can take the header, he can take the goal. But in fairness, the header probably was actually going wide, given that second angle there, so perhaps Eduardo did a good thing by tapping it into the net from where he was stood. And Mario Augusto has picked up a knock, and if it's anything other than lower leg, he's coming off right now. So that is coming off. It's a groin injury. That could be a groin strain, which means he will be out for a long time if we risk him too badly. So he's out of the team immediately. It is not safe. So we're now down to 2 substitutions and already with an injury. But I'll drop some praise on the boys, for they've done very, very well in the first 45 minutes. Let's see if the second 45 can mirror it. Yildirim trying to get the ball off Arroyo, doesn't work. Pignon plays the ball into the middle for no idea. Now out to the left wing, finding now Hatteran, now to Candia. Tries to get a shot away but blocked by Yulla. And that's the end of the highlight apparently. It's very abrupt, I have to admit. Sharon gets the ball into the box, headed in and eventually scored by Daniel Pinzon. I think that's pronounced as Pinzon or Pignon, something like that, I don't know. It's one of those Latin thingy names. That was a very, very poor clearance from Euler, I have to admit. He kicked it straight into the face of the the striker. Just gave away a goal. Very poor. I think my first proper change of the match being Vincinius Leonardo coming off for Roberto Lopez. And I hope that we could probably score another goal in this fixture to give us a bit more security heading into the away fixture in Naples. But as you can see there, 38,000 people here. That's, well, 37 of them are Millwall fans, which does give the indication that perhaps we could have a slightly larger stadium, but it just wouldn't be worth it in the short term to have a bigger stadium. Zahajovic with a hell of a shot that just goes wide after being touched around the post by Alex Murray. Corner kick now from Doyle, swings it into the near post, headed away by Papetti. Now Mateus with the ball, looking to get another cross in, does so successfully. Met by the head of, I believe that was Lopez, but doesn't actually end up with any strikers. Doyle swings the ball in again. Mateus heads the ball just over though. We are definitely trying to get that third goal to kill this match off. But Napoli now with a corner kick of their own. Swung into the box but headed away very successfully. Ball played in again, this time Zahajovic heads it clear to Yildirim. Back to Zahajovic. Forward to Doyle now, Doyle to Lopez, Lopez looking up. Looking to get a run forward, makes it very well far forward. Tasic now with the ball. Runs along to the edge of the box, now inside. Gets a cross, no it's a shot. He wasted that entire effort with a shot. And I make my final change now, and I think it's just fair to bring him off at this point. He's played very well, but he's getting low on condition, so I'll bring off Yildirim for Nestorov. And with just 10 minutes left to play now, I think this match probably ended 2-1. There's very little chance of us conceding, and also very little chance of them conceding as well, I think. Papetti with the ball over the top, looking for the right wingers. De Oreo gets the ball forward, right to the edge of the box now, looking for a cross, but gets tackled by Zahajovic. Zahajovic to Lopez. Lopez looking up, finds Nato in the middle. Nato looking up now, looking over the top, finding Zahajovic, not Nestorov. Zahajovic looking to get across, but it's blocked, and ends up with Hatteran. Hatteran, probably Turkish. Curry now with a shot, but thankfully it's put wide by the Napoli striker. Yeah, I'm getting that Hatteran's probably Turkish, perhaps. And Roberto Lopez is injured again. That is the second time he's been injured in a Champions League match. And it is incredibly annoying, because it means we may be forced into using Mason Mount, a player that I don't ever want to step onto the field in a Millwall shirt again. Eduardo to Ramsey now, looking over the top, only finding the rear player of Eduardo. back to Plizzari. They're playing themselves into a corner, they're going to concede. Yola to Sahajevic. Sahajevic looking forward, finds Nestorov. Nestorov looking up, gets the ball into the middle, but it was a terrible, terrible ball. And Mejbri now with the ball out wide, finding Arroyo. Arroyo gets the ball into the box, shoots, but thankfully put wide. Nestorov now saves the ball from going off from a throw-in. Gets the ball. Wait, why is this a highlight if that ball was out for a throw-in regardless? Sahajevic plays the ball short, I'm assuming, to Nestorov. In fact, just wasting time a minute. Actually, the ball's going long for Mateus, but Nestorov gets the ball anyway. Ends up with another throw. But by the looks of things, it's not going to be much of importance. Sahajevic looking for a long throw now into the box. Gets it all the way to Mateus, who heads it down, but it's then cleared by Curry, and Millwall end up with a nice 2-1 win. But we do need to fix that away goal in the second leg. Passionately, I'm going to say a very nice victory. Because it was a nice victory, 2-1 is a very important victory. But that needs to be kept. The lead needs to be kept away from home. Otherwise, we're not going to do well enough to keep our competition run going. But then again, next round we're playing Barcelona or Inter Milan. I don't think we're going to make it to the final this season anyway. But it doesn't really matter. Nothing major needs to be mentioned here. I know it. 3 to 4 weeks with sprained ankle ligaments. He won't play for the rest of the season now. And thankfully 5 to 11 games. Or 5 to 8 games actually. Which means he should, in theory, be cleared for the return fixture at wherever we play in Napoli. Or Naples it's actually called. Where's the Naples stadium? San Paolo. So there we go. When we play San Paolo, that will be the important fixture to note against Napoli. So, until then, I bid thee adieu. Goodbye.